In this video, I'm going to talk about D3 functions of liver, A1 causes and consequences of jaundice. Jaundice is a condition and this is characterized by having high levels of bilirubin in the bloodstream and also ultimately in the body tissues. So this all shows decolorization, that is, it becomes yellowish in color. Now let us see the causes and consequences of jaundice. Heme in the hemoglobin molecule, as we know, is made of two components, iron and bilirubin. Iron is stored in the liver and also used for production of new RBCs. Now the bilirubin is actually an insoluble bile pigment. Now this bile pigment, that is bilirubin, combines with glucuronic acid in the liver. Now when it combines with glucuronic acid, it becomes soluble. Once it becomes soluble, it is then secreted into the bile canaliculi. Canaliculi are smaller branches of the bile ducts. It is then drained into the bile duct, and from there it goes into the duodenum, where it helps in fat digestion. Now let us see the causes of jaundice. Now jaundice can be caused by any kind of interference that happens with the normal metabolism of bilirubin. So whatever happens in the bilirubin metabolism, anything that breaks that up can lead to jaundice. So one of that is it causes buildup of bilirubin in the blood. So it leads to excess of bilirubin in the blood. Now this excess of bilirubin is one of the causes that is what we can say is a symptom of the liver not functioning properly or the biliary system not functioning properly. Biliary system is the system of production of bile. So anything which is to be done with the functioning of liver is not working properly, that can lead to jaundice. Now there can be other causes of jaundice also, like hepatitis or liver cancer, obstruction of the bile ducts, or it can be due to pancreatic cancer, and the last one is that it also can be due to anemia, that is destruction of RBCs, so excess destruction of RBCs. Now what are the consequences of these the jaundice happening? The consequences is that the skin and the eyes become discolored. So when we say discolored, they becomes yellowish in color. Now this is due to the bilirubin that gets accumulated or deposited in the blood. Now this is not only deposited in the blood, it is also deposited in the tissues. So because of which the skin and the white of the eye also becomes yellowish in color. Other symptoms or other consequences are itchiness. Then there is paler than normal stools, that is they are not as yellowish as they normally are, and a dark urine. Treatment of jaundice. Now since jaundice is actually a symptom of the non-functioning of the liver, it can be treated by any of the underlying causes, because we have seen that there are different ways by which jaundice can be caused. Neonatal jaundice, or the jaundice in newborn babies. Now newborn babies, they have a very high turnover of red blood cells. So when they have a high turnover of red blood cells and their liver is still in developing condition, the liver is unable to process the bilirubin that is produced at a proper rate or at a fast rate as compared to its production. This leads to jaundice, which is called neonatal jaundice.